Alright folks, the deck is Cthulhu Rogue. The goal of the deck is to use some of the newly buffed Cthulhu pieces to ramp up our Cthulhu, play him, potentially with some cost reduction from Emperor Thaurissan alongside Brann Bronzebeard. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can catch me live at twitch.tv/Roffle or here on YouTube.
Watch this!
But I tend not to release, I mean, I'll be playing Cthulhu decks with iStock, but I tend not to try and avoid releasing very similar decks. Jeez. Apparently we really want to have a Blade of Cthulhu. Demon Hunter and Wild, WTF do they do? Win a lot of games. Because Questline and Demon Hunter is one of the best decks in the format.
A marvelous display.
I hope you're ready for a marvelous display. My crazier is Invigorate, like the only card on a decent power level. I don't know what Invigorate is. So based on that, I'm going to go ahead and say yes, you're probably crazy, because there are a lot of really strong cards that were buffed and added to the mini set. 2 mana Wild Growth? Okay, yeah. I mean, that's a strong card, but there are a lot of other really strong cards that were added. Oh.
A marvelous display.
Like the discard Warlock location, the Priest and Pirate, or the Pirate and Priest, got that backwards. I probably should have swung there. I don't really have a play for next turn, and so I'm probably just going to be forced to dagger up. Jade Rogue with Snowfall Graveyard seems slightly playable. Yeah, Jade Rogue might be one of the first decks I play in Twist. I really like the new 3-mana card that discards it. I need to figure out a way to get multiple copies of that. Or simply play like a Jade Secret Rogue so I can do a lot of discarding. Jade Rogue in particular got mega juiced. Didn't know this card existed. Grand Empress Shakzara is a legendary rogue minion from discover a card in your deck and draw all copies of it. Yeah, that seems pretty bad in this deck, doesn't it?
I obey.
I'm not entirely sure what a bunch of copies of Cthulhu that I can't. Like, that card wants to draw copies that are all played at once, right? That wouldn't really be easy or possible to do with Cthulhu. I tried it in Shuffle Rogue stuff. The biggest problem is it doesn't specify cards that were shuffled that didn't start in your deck, so you can whiff. Yeah, I feel like I have 2, and it was an extremely underwhelming card, but I don't remember that specifically being a problem. But, like, it was mostly, what I remember about it was that it was, like, just not a good card in nearly any context.
Gifts of the arcane surge within me.
This is a really good draw for this situation, because I really do want to take this off the board this turn. And it allows me to retain an answer to some of their bigger minions that they're going to be summoning. I think Blade of Cthulhu would be more interesting if it also gained stats itself. That would probably be a little bit much at 6 mana though, wouldn't it? Especially, again, when you consider the buffs were primarily targeted at Twist. So that card in Twist seems concerning. Maybe drawing Cthulhu would be a good idea in this situation. I hadn't thought about that, but you might be onto something. I don't think I want 8 additional copies of the Blade of Cthulhu. It'd be kind of funny, though, so I do have to consider that. So we're definitely doing this. Sure. How does Blade work with Brann? Only buffs once. It only kills 1 minion, but it should buff twice. Don't quote me on that. But I believe that. That's how I would expect it to work.
The symphony of terror begins.
Break it, you fire!
Okay, I've encountered this opponent before, and the reason... Jet flying up. I've encountered this opponent before, and the reason I didn't just play the Cthulhu there, which in most circumstances would be the correct play, is that I know that they run a Silas Dark Moon in their ETC, so I'm not leaving a Cthulhu stranded like that. It could simply lose me the game on the spot.
A marvelous display.
So in most other circumstances, I would just shove the Cthulhu and move on. This is not one such circumstance.
I'm a fan of this.
Okay, let's do some quick math here. 25, 32, 33, 34.
Fire cannot be extinguished.
That's not enough damage, is it? Let's put big man in middle.
Break it, you riot!
A marvelous display.
Time's ticking.
Maybe there's an argument for playing the Brann there. But the problem is if they steal my Cthulhu, I can't, like, Doomcaller it, right? Because then it's their Cthulhu.
You will be remade. Construct the will of the makers.
Who knows what secrets will uncover?
Fool.
Brann in the middle to protect against, again, the Silas. Concede if Brann dies? Yeah, probably will. Oh my god, there's still a decent chance we're not going to have lethal heroes. I think there's a strong probability we lose here now. Roffle, do you think your opponent was Mutanus? No, I know my opponent is Illidan.
My dreaming ends. Your nightmare begins.
Alright,
Thank you.
let's see if I was right. Based on the emoting, it feels like I am. Or we're just dead, but that seems less likely.
Everybody, pose for the camera!
Yeah, they're just giving me the warm bow here. Wait,
A marvelous display.
that's not Silas. Okay, I do have a lot of Blade of Cthulhu's in here.
Short.
Just gonna throw that out there. We're gonna lose to Jailer. Wait, are we? Because this won't be on the board anymore.
Sleep.
Wait, how hard did we hit that? Because it takes double damage? Opponent misplayed? I mean, that was probably the only way they could survive the turn, right? Oof. Oh yeah, that's true. There is a Bolf in the photograph still. So it's not over yet, but they don't have the mana for him this turn, do they? Oh, that might have burned him.
Hand is full.
Gifts of the arcane surge within me.
I see your fire cannot be.
Apparently I was playing around a ghost this whole time. Oh, you're not gonna let me hit you with a 40-46? Yeah, welcome, Jerry.
I see you.
Okay. Unfortunately, it probably does mean mill, but at least it does theoretically give me time to set up. Want to see Cthulhu Breakdance? He has a couple of times, but it's even at like 20 plus stats, it wasn't enough to win a video game. There's something the wild community can do about the bodying situation. No, I don't think it's outside of their hands. I think only Blizzard has the capacity to do something about it, other than, I mean, reporting them. But to me, at least, that feels like a bit of a fool's errand, and like, I don't know, kind of puts the burden on the player, which doesn't feel right. How much do we think this is a mill deck? I don't know. I got baited into dumping cards too early last time. I think this is probably just fine to give away here. Anyway, we've had more than enough discussions about bots on this channel. We don't need to repeat the same conversation every single time I stream. Yep. I guess this is the part where we mill the cartoon.
Glad you're back from your day off.
I was lucky.
How did the trial in Den Haag go? I mean, how was your short Europe trip? Haha, misspoke. Wow.
I don't know how you got those two confused, but thank you, Janae.
The feast of souls begins now.
I'm gonna play it safe and just dump the prep here, because like we know that they have another naturalize in hand, right? It came off of the Moonlit guidance, so it makes sense to pare down my hand here. The only card that matters if we burn is the Cthulhu himself, so hopefully we do not burn that card.
Time has come to dethrone our former master.
That's neat.
Armor! Armor! Lightly used armor!
You think the taunt lifesteal saying will single-handedly save Cthulhu decks for Wild? Probably not, but it'll make it a little bit more tolerable to play. Like, a lot of what's happening in these games is I'm just getting overrun, which is going to be a weakness for Cthulhu. Even at 8 mana, he is much slower than, you know, what most decks do in this format, so... I mean, the 4-drop will be able to tank some Pirate Rogue. I mean, the problem is you want it to come down on turn 4, right? If you want it to come down on turn 4, it's not going to be very big at that moment. So, I don't know about that.
Break it, you buy it. I know all the steps.
Again, we know they have the Naturalize in hand. There's no reason to leave the Cthulhu on the board when we could potentially get lethal next turn. The only risk is like a random Mutanus, but that doesn't seem likely in this particular deck. And even then, it's a 1 in 3. They have Renethal and ETC in an Oaken Summons deck? Any brands?
I know all the steps. You buy it.
At least there are no Plague Spreaders this time.
Just a scratch.
They did this backwards. They really... What? Wait, where did that come from? There's the Brann.
Who knows what secrets will uncover? My dreaming ends. Your nightmare begins.
Not quite lethal, but
Break it, you buy it.
like with the cost reduction, that's my opportunity to get the Brann value.
Thanks for all the entertaining videos and streams even if the meta/format isn't the best right now.
Hey, appreciate that, Onu. Thank you for the bits. Did that get slower somehow?
Be the way.
'Cause it sure feels like it. How good is Shek Zara in this deck? I don't know what that card is. Alright, we're just gonna draw it into cartoon right now. Boom.
I'm a fan of this.
Oh!
Your history. My dreaming ends. Your nightmare begins.
I don't know what to expect with the Warlock. Hopefully something on the slower side, because this hand is brutal. Keep drawing the Doomcaller. Zulok, that's not a deck in this format.
Cthulhu! Cthulhu! Cthulhu!
Certainly not one to expect, but we have queued into a lot of strange decks today. Wait, really? I mean, Yeah, Zulok has not been played in Wild in... Oof. Years? Ever? Maybe early on when Keliseth was Kelisething and Patches was patching. Closest thing to it has to be a Cute Lock, Disco Lock? Yeah. I mean, the early Wild, there were some, like, Zulok decks, but certainly not since then. They don't seem to like these Divine Shields all that much, so let's keep making them. Closer thing is Discard or Dark Glare. I wouldn't consider Dark Glare even remotely similar to what Zulok was. Yeah, it could be just like Reno. It's definitely some sort. That's fine. There's a hold your breath moment there.
Are you my master?
Two? Two Swindles? Really held my breath there? Okay, keep doing it because it clearly worked, so. Alright, I need to draw the Cthulhu and find Tog Scheme, because if they're deranged enough to be playing a Novaratu, certainly they're playing a Ticketus as well, right?
Are you my master?
All right. There's also just like the movements that could delete the Cthulhu. It doesn't seem like a card in Reno, so maybe they have duplicates of some of these cards that are going to wreck me.
The symphony of terror begins.
I have enough bounce effects for the Cthulhu. I just need to draw him. Am I getting cursed here?
Heard of me?
This largely seems fine. Ow. It's pretty unlucky. Extremely unlucky. It's barely half my deck. Jeez.
I know all the steps.
Alright. Sure hope we draw the Cthulhu before we draw the rest of those agonies. What is going on with these shuffle? Who's shuffling these decks? Alright, just top deck Cthulhu here.
You're so sweet.
It's fine. It's not Cthulhu, but I guess I'll take it. Just play the one that we've already shown. Alright, Cthulhu is at 30. I am at 20. Buffet are already available. No, there's no eating allowed on this stream. Am I dead? I'm not dead. Might as well be, though. Give me Cthulhu. Oh my god! Give me the Cthulhu. Give me the... Oh! Absolutely unreal. I haven't seen that owl in a while. That's because it hasn't been good in nearly a decade.
I'll show them. I'll show them all.
Are you my master?
Pretty much since it cost 2 mana. Is the last time it was good, and that was a very... I don't know if it would be good at 2 mana today. Good old exclamation point costume singer. Am I killing that mad scientist?
Way.
This is probably the turn to do it if I'm going to. It definitely wouldn't be good in Odd Paladin at 2 mana, that's true. The reason this turn is the turn that I want to do it is because it's the turn before the chatty bartender. Just go here into here.
I'll show them. I'll show them all.
I'm a fan of this.
Cthulhu.
This way. I'm a fan of this.
Good counterspell test. The one attacked move to the crystal runner. That's actually the best explanation I've heard. It's really funny. So we go prep Swindle. Probably just like let a Brann eat an objection because... Oh, no, that eats our objection, right? How is it never counterspell right now? Hey, Roffle, you should add Beneath the Grounds to this deck. Wait.
This way.
I miscounted. I am really bad at playing Tarslick. Welcome, Zeddy. I'll consider that.
Armor! Armor! Lightly used armor.
Alright, there's the objection.
Who knows what secrets will uncover?
Oh, okay. Bye, Brann. The Nerubians from it may summon a Nubricon now. Well, that is actually interesting. I think a Nubricon with like a... What's the 8 mana spell? I don't know, whatever the Death Rattle 8 mana spell is actually a pretty interesting consideration. Okay. Okay. We're gonna find out exactly what this buff was for, right? Surely it's explosive runes and not objection.
Job's done.
I've been lied to. Smoke screen, thank you. Alright, at least we're done with the objections.
Your signature is
now.
required.
And at least these ogres are big enough to cover their minions. And at least they haven't decided that it would be a good idea to let the Rig Fair game go off.
This way.
The feast of souls begins now.
So did the patch change the meta at all? No, probably not. It made good decks better. So, if that's what you were looking for, it did that. Not sure why that would be a thing you're looking for. Secret Mage is stronger, literally nothing has changed. That's where you're wrong, though. Because in addition to Secret Mage being stronger, so is Shadow Priest. Alright. We're perfectly set up here to never draw our Cthulhu.
You are on fire.
But, oh dear God, don't. Don't you dare hit me with a bartender, thank you. Okay, I probably do want to just trade and then make sure I hero power here, so... Sorry, buddy. You're just never getting played. Feels weird, man, but why did Blizzard not buff my niche tier 8 deck SMHing my head? I mean, to be fair, they did do that. It's just like bumping a tier 8 deck up to like tier 7 or 6 isn't going to make it see a whole lot of play. Look, I'm fully committed to this eating a Cabal Crystal Runner so I could go back to that joke that I was about to make about how that's the whole reason for the Crystal Runner buff is to buff the Cthulhu Rogue, so. I'm going to hold this until it can eat a Cabal Crystal Runner. Quite sure only tier 8 and tier 1 decks got buffs. Shadow Priest and Secret Mage were not tier 1 decks before the buffs, though.
Now, what's troubling you?
I feel like one of those is a rigged fair game.
Cower, fool.
Look. I'm fully committed to this. I will bring him back to hand, even if it means I don't get lethal next turn. There's no way it's Ice Block, right? No, it's not Ice Block. It's... I don't know what this next card is, though. Like, this is... One of these is obviously the second rigged fair game. Maybe the second card is the third rigged fair game. That's the only thing that, like, actually makes sense not to play to me.
Your signature is required.
So I'm gonna eat that guy, then. Alright, just for you, chat, I'll pretend like there's a possibility it's Ice Block.
Feed the fish, landlubber.
Armor! Lightly used armor.
Hey, Roffle, I have an awful idea. What if you could get discount below 0 mana and get mana back? Yeah. That would be great if you wanted to make Tony Druid more prevalent than it already is.
Okay, instead of a sandwich, can I eat some ice cream? I'm very hungry.
I mean, really, if you think about it, you should have considered that and eaten before the stream like the rest of us. A coin is basically what was suggested. I mean, imagine Tony Druid with life binders, all the 0 mana spells. It would win the game on like turn 1, turn 2. Maybe that's a little bit unrealistic, but it would win the game much more reliably and faster. SBD, thank you for the 4 months.
I'm a fan of this.
That said, at least they were like reasonable in their assessment that it's a bad idea.
Armor! Lightly used armor.
Look, you shinies.
Wow. What a horrendous hand they've drawn. That's like some of the hands I've drawn recently.
Are you my master?
Wait, we just get to go here into 7 mana cartoon? If only Cthulhu had charge. I mean, he sort of does, right? If you squint hard enough.
Hey Roffle, I have a great idea. What if we sliced our cheese into small tiny little pieces to make it easier to melt onto stuff?
I agree, that is a great idea. YouTube viewers are not going to understand why that's so funny, though. But thank you, Collie. Oh my god, we drew both Swindles in one game? This one coming at arguably the perfect time? I would have really liked to hit the Vek'lor there, but I did not. Okay, at least we ate that attack. Please don't be good.
Never bring a sword to a fish fight.
I hate you. Alright. I'm gonna go for the Cthulhu attack step Cthulhu play. Oh! Okay, sure. Why not?
My dreaming ends. Yours begins.
Alright. Got lethal set up. There are very few ways in which we can die here. Please don't allow them to draw them.
There be no
Oh!
treasure 6 feet under.
We did it, chat.
Rise me, hearty.
Oh, no, no, no! I had more Cthulhuing to do. Thank you to legendary supporters Battlefly, Brian Huynh, Faye Cinderheart, Fizzle Jizzix, Free All the House Elves, Industrials Black, Justice Crater, Kali Alkali, Cathandrian, Lilu, Nate Drex, Onu Rubu, Shadow1 TV, and Sognisman.